So how has Ukraine and Russia, the conflict sort of, how is it changing cyberspace? I think that's what they are asking. So see, there are multiple dimensions to this. You must have heard a lot of advisories coming out asking, governments asking you to prepare for this flurry of cyber attacks that are going to come our way. Now, usually what happens is if the hackers are not really living up to a certain advisory that is coming out, that is something of concern, because it means that they are waiting for certain triggers. Now, it could be the trigger could be, a decision made by their higher ups or the forces that are controlling them, or it could be a certain geopolitical event or a sub geopolitical event or something that they're waiting for to launch these attacks at scales that we've never seen. So we would still advise all of you to stick to those advisories. I just wanted to emphasize that again. So how is it changing cyberspace? Again, we have not seen anything incredibly new now, at least as of now, as things stand. But then again, things could change very suddenly because the full force of these attacks, these cyber attacks, has not been unleashed yet, and that is what these cyber advisories keep reminding us of. That we need to be prepared, and the intelligence that we are seeing, those advisories are spot on. It's just a matter of timing, as I said. It could be any time. I mean, the trigger could begin, as early as today or today evening or tonight for that matter. So we need to be absolutely sure that we are tracking these advisories and following them, and ensuring that we are staying diligent. And overall, what has happened is cyberspace has been triggered already. I can tell you that from what we're seeing, the attacks have certainly gone up, but they're not really gone up to the levels that we've seen or we had anticipated. So as I said, that's not good news. It's good news for now, but in the long run, it's not good news because these folks are really waiting for these triggers to really happen, and then sort of things to change. So Ukraine crisis definitely will have a very significant. It will be a defining event for this year. I can tell you that, or at least the first quarter of this year, and probably the second quarter also of this calendar year. But again, there will be other events which will take over, as we mentioned in the threat report. We have identified some of those events, I think for Europe actually specifically.